Down to the last couple of seconds here for Team Liquid. 4 seconds to decide their fate. Going to be no random.
You may now
The
select your
sniper.
heroes.
All right.
Interesting thoughts as we get into this game here. The drafts have been completed. Sniper versus Queen of Pain. What are you guys thinking? Who's going to come away with this? Are we going to a game 3?
I think we will go to a game 3. I see Mickey Tiny. I'm already excited.
This win on Liquid. How do they play this game? It's their like first big goal. Scales of the game, and you'll win. All right, that's a pretty good option. All right, it's all the discussion that you really need here, I guess, huh?
And for Taiga, what do Liquid need to do to be able to claim this victory? What's the recipe for success for them?
They can get stable lanes because they are heavily counterpicking lanes right now. Like Tiny into Pop might be pretty rough for Tiny, and Monkey into Root. Monkey's gonna win. So if Mickey can
Honestly,
snowball this
I'm
game
really
and get 10 kills in like 40 minutes, I'm sure they could.
Indeed, if they're going to be able to do that as we get ready to head on into this game number 2, as again, one of those moments where it's all on the line. We'll see if they can make it happen. Going over to Sir Action Slack right now as we get to this interview.
Prepare for battle.
What the?
I love Dota so much.
Am I smiling?
I love Dota so much.
Trigger
I love Dota so much. I love Dota so much.
I'll
逆行，逆
pretend
行，
I
你上，你
didn't
上，
enjoy
逆
this.
行，逆行，你上，你上。
30 seconds to battle.
逆行，逆行，你上，你上。
Battle begins.
不要凶嘛，我不是故意的。
Absolutely baited there as usual for the interview, able to get the coach to say some crazy things. Now, we might not have rampages here. We'll see if it ends up happening or not. But the one thing we definitely are going to have is some pretty nice comms. They started out this game with a little bit of love between the two teams while we were doing that interview, Trent. And now already into the lane.
Oh, I've seen some of Zayek's comms, you know, to the enemy team when he stands up and screams. So, you know, I think maybe we'll get him one of those rampages that he's talking about. That'd be pretty impressive on Nick's Assassin. I mean, it might not be you, no one gets it.
That'd be pretty crazy. Nisha gonna take the damage there, but yeah, the start of this game, I believe I saw Resolution tipped Insania and said, "Analyst Gaming, let's go."
Yes.
XD. Of course, both of those players were analysts in the grand finals last year at TI, and now here they are playing for a spot in the grand
I believe they actually played in the All-Star match last year on Grand Finals Day as well.
Yeah,
so this is a significant upgrade.
It's true, absolutely. If it ends up happening again, of course, these players are incredibly accomplished and a lot of history together as well. So, facing off now, Insania played Jakiro. You know, we're talking to the panel, and they were saying that they felt that this was a hero that a lot of that team fight gives you some potential. It looks like a fast draft from Lich.
I feel like he just didn't want to play Lich again. You know, it's you know, it's a very similar idea and concept, but no, it's a little bit tankier, right? Just naturally with a higher strength, so you can maybe survive something like a balanced strike initiation, or at least require a little bit more of those enemy resources before your allies can try and get something else done in the engagement. Definitely gonna have some issues versus the Nyx Assassin though. Obviously, you have a lot of AoE abilities he can
Dire's
punish you on.
courier has been
Mickey
killed.
loses a triple mango courier, the fruit stand chopped down.
That hurts. And motion, Boxy get this little pushback there onto Puppy, hid behind a tree and him up a little bit.
Oh, Matu though, getting that big damage win on Nisha. Has a Fairy Fire still remaining, but certainly getting low here.
I know when we saw this like sort of revitalization of the sniper that was happening in this, I think the first game of it that we saw was Matumman playing sniper and just go absolute ham. You can see there as well the rotation into mid, Boxy securing the water room. They did do the swap up, so it's Matu playing mid. Stay up their top on that.
Yeah, they had that second pick in the draft this time, so they're able to respond to the lanes much more accurately, as secrets were pretty well set. Not a whole lot of flexibility you're going to see at that point once they picked up that Queen of Pain. And with looking at that hero is going to be very comfortable in the mid lane, and likely going to have a good time, as she does snag that range creep deny.
So far, so good. 10-4 versus 12-2. Lower on that already off to a better start. Liquid had in that game number 1. They pulled back through it to a little bit of better contention.
100% win rate. I mean, they win a lot of games, so that's surprising. But 7 games.
A lot of damage there from Mickey. Can't get in for a kill. Pressure on.
As the South, I mean, you have that great HP regen. You're also an Agi hero, so you tend to have a little bit more armor too. It's a great feeling hero. It's very similar to like Ogre, honestly, when you play in the lane, right? You kind of want to use your HP as a tool when you're bullying these heroes. You want to absorb a lot of spells as the Nyx Assassin and let them think that they can kill you like they are up top. Let them think, though. Don't actually die.
Well, that's going to be it. Mickey comes on in and cleans up. The power of the dual breath there combined with just a little avalanche toss combo from Mickey.
Instructions were unclear. Okay.
And again, I think that's partly that, you know, early movement over, getting some mangoes on it. It's a nice little injection of the mana regen.
Yeah. On the crowd, they like that one. They want to be looking at a couple more. They want to gain 3 here.
SLS getting some more punches out. Zai trying to chase him down. Doesn't have that boundless strike, but you can see after that first blood, hungry for a bit more on Liquid.
Yeah, of course, we saw this matchup just yesterday, I believe, in terms of you got to be watching out for that Jigu Mastery, all stacked up, one boundless on neutrals, on the creep wave, on the spiders, anything there to get your HP back up.
And Zai able to dodge away from that one, that time movement speed.
He's got long legs.
Looking for more punches. The tag team, a couple more hits. Chrysalis in trouble. Didn't quite get in range, but they do bring him down. Zai already putting to work on him, although up top, he's in some trouble. Throws out the dual breath, and Rezo Zai is able to pair together to get that kill on the Jakiro.
Yeah, but getting the kills on the Monkey King in lane, that's going to feel great for a Brood lane.
Radiant's
Not
top
necessarily
tower
something you're expecting to go
under
super
attack.
well.
1 second, he gets away. That blink coming right off cooldown there as Boxy gets a little bit of separation, won't get hit by any daggers, but Tumbleman also very low. Will have some recoming out to himself, but not a ton actually. Gonna have to just tango up and maybe even head back home.
Yeah, that wave. I mean, good timing there from Boxy. They'll get the kill, but the wave's coming into the tower, so he doesn't tank too much. And once again, he's going to get himself some earlier HP, or rather XP here, as they have to run on home on the sniper.
The Ring of Health already done for Rezo means the chance for a kill on him, low percentage. Of course, he can go on to Zayats if strikes and comes around. Some other type of rotation to make it work. Rezo.
Okay, on the position 1 Tiny though. Still, just because he's playing up here though doesn't necessarily mean he's going to change his like normal game plan all that much. You throw some harass on Rezo. Obviously, there's still some pressure on him to be making those rotations across the map. It sort of depends on the game that you get out of your Brood, right? Because we've seen this several times from Liquid where they pick up this Brood very early. They're willing to get counterpicked. Like they know that certain picks are coming. They have to protect it a lot during the drafting phase, just like that Enigma. But it's all the space and the time that the hero's going to buy for you. It's a nice room to die there from Puppy.
I mean, that's one of those that could suddenly be the death of Nisha if they're not careful. But Resolution stuck around.
Radiant's
down
middle tower
in the
is
top
under
lane. The
attack.
tree toss. They can clean him up.
Mid lane as well. Boxy, he tested for a ward when they did that initial gank. Oh, there we go.
Jumps in Sonic Wave, but Tumbleman turns, looks to fight. A couple more punches. Nisha also goes down. They get 1 kill first. Now Zayat's going to be chased through the river with no more mana. Up that Nyx Assassin.
This is all stemming just from ward battles, right? Because like Foxy was like running on the high ground, checking the tower when they were both dead, when both the mids weren't there. Saw there was no ward, but when Queen came back, she instantly warded. They spotted it. They go for the sentry. That gets them on the high ground on the Radiant side, and everyone just collapses mid for the fight.
So as much as that kill is huge for that Quap, definitely needed. Now about even on the net worth with that sniper, of course, going much further ahead in terms of the XP.
Look at what Matsu's up to, though. Sneaky little sniper here.
Shrapnel ready. Will he be able to find him, though? As Chrysalis hiding off in those trees. Not an easy kill to get. Waiting down, seeing if there's going to be any TP rotations as Zayat Puppy chasing Insania.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get out of there.
Yeah, he's gonna survive. Foxy's getting XP mid, and they're just gonna take this early tower. So you counterpick this, right? You have this Monkey King, and he's not really pressuring the Brood. Look at this, she's ahead in terms of the net worth. Zai's feeling great, hitting the small camp. They're hitting this tower, and so they're gonna try and counter pressure on top. Nikkei, not aware this is coming.
Standing still for a moment. Avalanche to interrupt before the ring gets out. Any TP rotations? Not seeing him. Okay, tries to get away, but they bring forward, drop the ring, drop everything. Core Tiny is going to be brought down in the end.
Invisibility.
That's a lot of heroes there for that one.
So wall spells cast for 1 kill, but you'll take it. It's going to give you that wraparound on the tower now. Reza getting in there, grabbing that wave, and so Matsu is going to knock down that bottom tower. He's going to open up this whole jungle space here for Zai, who's already farming his way through the neutrals. Secret hoping to do the same thing up top as Foxy. Also looking to set something up top here.
It's interesting in terms of the styles. All these Wraith bands picked up from Matumbo Man as Chrysalis going to be chased a little bit through the trees. Foxy spots him there. Go forward for that kill, though.
Dire are scanning.
Resolution brings up the space.
Not much they can do. They will
Dire's
see
middle
Reza now
tower
as he comes
is
back to
under
the
attack.
range creep. 3 heroes here. They want to go for this. The top tier of the armor.
And Ice Path just a little bit away. Resolution didn't get clipped by it. They managed to get away with him after those heroes rotate up. Boxy does a little juke to the side. Zayat, but quick on the
Radiant's
trigger
middle
finger.
tower is under attack.
Not only does he get away, he also gets back in time to stack camp for Chrysalis, so very happy Monkey King right now.
Got it.
And develops, seeing Zai just take over this side of the map. Very hard for any of the or other heroes to come on into this Radiant jungle. At the same time, Liquid, they're farming up their own jungle. This net worth lead, if things don't change, start to quickly expand.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
that is the one
tower
thing they
is
need
under
right now is to
attack.
give that space to Chrysalis, right? He's the lowest of the core, so like they're getting these stacks for him. They're giving him this safer spot up top, but Liquid are not letting up the pressure, keeping a lot of heroes up here and allowing the Broodmother to control that bottom half map by herself. Just try to not get caught right now. That's a low-level Nyx, though.
Dire's courier
The
has been killed.
Courier heads right on in. Zai will still survive through that gank. Resolution is in the area, but they can't connect, can't find him.
And look what they're doing now in the Radiant Triangle.
Radiant's middle
They
tower
spot
is
that
under
big stack
attack.
that was sitting here.
That's huge. Yeah, that was all built up. This was supposed to be how Chrysalis gets back into the game, and it's just not going to happen.
Rezo even kind of left that there for him too, right? Like he could like trample that down, but he doesn't really have the build necessarily to go for that at the moment anyway, I suppose, on Chrysalis, right? So perhaps would have been better if someone else just grabbed it. Liquid very happy to see a triple stack though.
That one. And the status quo continues. Again. Something happened to disrupt this at some point, but the Spike Carapace onto the Shrapnel, these shades of things to come later on in this game. Man was able to just push out that creep wave, having all three top out. Next couple of minutes here are pop.
Rezo just charged all of the spiders. He just munched them all up right now. Very late pick in the draft again for the Primal Beast, right? Especially versus that Brood, but there's so many heroes now that can deal with this this giant like well of spiders. Right? You're banning out these Tangos, these Kunkas. They still grab a Monk King and a Primal Beast, so Zai just kind of has to live with the fact that your spiders aren't going to last that long. Spamming them out for the vision right now. Letting them know if there's anyone dangerous in the area. Now, punching Puppy a little bit here. Now you can see, as Amar was talking about, though, having that that first spell versus the spiders. Kills the little ones right there. A bit of gold influx for position 5 never hurts.
Very good. Dropped him again, just completely bullied too. As living in this perfectly fine. Get in towards his hood. Some more of the fight items later. Great intent to just cap this. Trying to get into that Witchblade for Pain. Again, sort of question I have is at what point is it just around ulti
Dire's
timing?
middle tower is under attack.
That's the real question, right? Like, who wants to make the first move?
Not only the regen, Boxy getting chased, a couple more punches, they have denied available, but can't get it. Instead, it's going to be Boxy going down in exchange for Zayat. So just a couple heroes traded
Radiant's
offside.
top tower is
Fought for
under
a moment
attack.
with the pulverize, but does manage to escape from there. Arcane Curse backs away.
Yeah, Chrysalis also rotating over for this. I mean, not that it's that much of a punish on a Monkey King, huh? He's like already back up top after TPing there, so Chrysalis well aware of how to abuse this hero, and I like the fact that
That blink was mighty aggressive, sir. Nisha has found some blood in the water. It was his own though.
你上你上，
Brought down quick.
Radiant's middle tower is
that looked
under
like your
attack.
silencer was maybe level 6 or something there. You know, you're home for a save. Not the case quite yet. 13 minutes, and he just gets it now on Poppy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's another thing to always watch for these position 5 silencers, right? Is like trying to get that early buyback.
Yeah.
Because like you never know,
Radiant's
right?
middle
That
tower
first in the
is
fight,
under
obviously, if you
attack.
just get the buyback and the ulti can turn
Dire's
everything when
top
they're trying to
tower
target
is
you.
under attack. Radiant's
Get out of this now.
structures
Mickey,
are
he's trying to get out. Saying Tumbler's toy went for a spell. Pumping down low, gonna get Wolverine punched to death. The buyback. There it is. And the global. Need to get out with the rest of them. They will bring down one. Mickey to fall, but Tumbleman also goes down. Nisha was right on top of him, trying to finish him off. A couple more hits, and it is gonna be enough. But still, it win after dive. After dive, it goes out.
See, this is why you play 5 silencer.
Yeah.
Because they
Dire's
dive and they
middle
kill you, and it's
tower is
okay.
under
It's alright, guys. I'll just buy back global. It's
Dire's
fine.
structures
Ends up
are
net
fortified.
positive for him as well, as you can see on the recap. Earned himself a solid 79 gold for throwing away his life. What a gamer.
Plays. Or once everybody from Secret shows up, they immediately are able to find the Tumbleman on that backline with Nisha. Puts him up.
Yeah, no way to escape as well, right? Rezo just gets the claws on you and you're just dead. Mid lane as well, back in the game though. Puppy, well, you know, there's one downside to that whole, you know, buyback thing. So it's not like you get right after. Not so great.
On for a while. Boxy. Separate from Chrysalis there. Put on all of their cord.
Dire's top tower
Has
is
been
under
a-
attack.
Step back. Direction of Nikkei. Blink dagger done. We'll see if making moves around the map. Doing up that Aghanim
Got it.
Scepter next.
Dire's top tower has
The
fallen.
gap isn't that large in terms of the cores, right? There's a pretty
Radiant's
substantial
middle
gap between
tower
all
is
the
under
cores and the
attack.
supports in this game, which is something that particularly Liquid doesn't really have, right? Like they tend to have their support pretty close to 3.
Toss back, macro pyre, Zayat's on Mickey, Rezo dropping low, is gonna die. Nisha hanging out in that macro pyre too. Good boundless strike to chase down Mickey, trying to survive, but he's gonna die in the Tumbleman. Can't get there in time to help out for this fight. If it continues a little bit longer, they might be able to make something happen though. Is now onto the Monkey King, Puppy goes down, dead for 25, Chrysalis still trying to escape.
Nice pass.
Zai chasing.
Dire's top tower
Right
is
on
under
top to slow down the Monkey King. This would be such a huge kill if they could bring down Chrysalis, and they will. Liquid. This dive bears fruit.
Yeah, Chrysalis is feeling that pressure. You know, he was lowest in the course for a while. He's starting to catch up, and the way he's been trying to catch him in these fights has been TPing in every time. It's like a secondary ultimate on this hero because
Radiant's middle
he can farm
tower
anywhere on
is
the map.
falling.
He TPs in. He wants to get that fight with a boundless strike, but the punish is there from Liquid. They're ready for that attempt.
Foxy runs down to Zayats. Can they find more? Mickey, he's got this blink dagger. Nisha right up on the high ground, jumps in. Alba interrupted the toss, but the global. Boxy
Dire's
caught a
turret
couple more
has been
punches, but they're
killed.
not quite getting
Matu
it
coming.
Matu, a couple more hits. He gets away. Resolution being chased by Mickey, so a trade so far. Support for support. Another round of Avalanche, but they can't get him.
Yeah, there's no toss
Gets
target.
out of there.
The crawl away there in that Primal Beast, but Liquid's starting to take a bit of a lead here as they get some map control. They're going to grab that next rune, and it just puts Matu faster back to farming.
Right. God, all these early stats too with the Mask of Madness done. He does a ton of damage if left battles.
And he's just so involved too, right? Like he's got so many frontliners in these drafts. Even like everyone could just be ahead of him. They play the Vanguard. They have this full bodies up ahead, just like last game as Secret were playing it. And there's a good reason why this hero's been so popular.
Where they decide to go next on Secret.
Dire are scanning.
Track force still looking pretty good. Likewise, as you mentioned. Right down bottom. So, Onslaught, Chase. Wants to find one. Sabian's really doing careful. Ice Path, a little bit off the mark. And eventually walks into a puppy he gets turned onto now. And with Matu there, has to immediately run away.
They also snowballed Nisha mid here. Boxy went in for this.
Boxy is very far, can't get a deny, so Secret
Dyer's
Yeah.
middle
clean
tower
up that
is under
tusk.
attack.
I think it was Zayat's being in
Dire's
proximity that Mickey didn't want to jump in and go for a play. I think he was worried about a carapace right there. So Boxy kind of got shoved off there.
Again. Set up top. Good head down bottom. They can get any extra pressure. Towers. It's already been claimed. Onslaught in. Zai runs into him after killing those spiders. A Tumbaman nearby. It's 2.
Yeah, Liquid have seen that there are several heroes up top. They spot the Queen of Pain on the ward, so they're all starting to rotate their way down to Zai. They've been pressuring this in, trying to get towards this tower. They also have a ward helping to cover their current positioning near the stairs.
Radiant's
Mickey's going to go
bottom
stand
tower
over
is
there,
under
keep an eye
attack.
on any potential smokes that could come through, and just grab any heroes that come up the staircase. So there's a pretty safe tower pressure right now, and they don't really have an alternative here for Team Secret. Like, it's not like they're able to top right
Radiant
now.
are
I mean, Chris is
scanning.
trying to go to the wave right now, but they
Radiant
take this tower
structures
down
are
extremely
fortified.
fast with Broodmother and Sniper.
Dyer's middle
Right,
tower
and you think
is
about
under
last
attack.
game and what we saw, that
Radiant's
Beastmaster
bottom
draft, the
tower
ability
is
to
under
not just
attack.
take the objectives of the towers, but also head on into the Roche pit. You can't really do that with the Secret lineup.
This will come in handy.
Much more difficult.
They've also struggled a lot more this game to get their vision down, and that's something that Liquid have in spades. They see all of this.
Find one,
Radiant's
Mickey just a
bottom
little bit
tower
late
is
on it.
falling.
Puppy not caught by the
Dyer's
shard.
top tower
Zai
is under
wants to
attack.
chase. They're going into danger zone. Avalanche, toss, punch, dead. No buyback this time around. Mickey, he's going to get chased. The toss, the impale. Needs to delay this a little bit longer to get the stun onto the Queen of Pain, but Mickey, he's gone. Nisha tries to survive. No! That's killed off. Zai right on top with those spiderlings. And Chrysalis.
Yeah, careful.
King has to be careful. Final tally ends up being a
I
2
have
for 1.
bunting for you.
Chrysalis.
Oh, dude. This guy's crazy. He gets caught suddenly. I mean, does have the BKB, I guess.
Play there. I mean, it all started. This could have been so different too, right? Because they're coming into this area having all this vision from Team Liquid. There was an opportunity to maybe grab Nisha right off the start because he was close to a ward, but they didn't quite get it. They didn't get to really abuse the invis that was on Mickey either. And grabbing Puppy at the start, sure, there's no buyback, but I mean, at least they're able to get Nisha right after there too. But didn't really feel like the biggest win that maybe I was expecting from Liquid, considering how much setup and prep it felt like they had for the moment.
Off, it can be rough. Comfortable playing around this board, but Liquid's gonna run right up to the high ground. They find one, Puppy dead. Back again, they can't go for the global. They drop down the ice path, connects on the 2. Stun there, Nisha forward punch, dropping low, but gets away. Tiny has already died in exchange for the silencer. It's not enough from Liquid.
Dyer's courier
They weren't able
has
to
been
claim
killed.
any other kills there. Zayats, it's hit by the assassinate, and it's from Tusk. Foxy trying to chase this guy, but can't quite find him.
It's a long time till he's been dead again, though.
Yeah, it's true. In the meantime, they're going on in towards that Roche pit, it looks like. So Foxy will head over, use the help them claim this one. As Liquid wanting to get the objective after they push Secret away from that high ground.
They're doing a great job of targeting Puppy. Instantly the fights, you have to give them a lot of credit for that, but it is very costly, as said last time, right? Like, they're losing chorus for it every time. But they are getting the map control, and now they're getting that victory off the map by going in here for the Roche. And they're going to put that rail on the Matu. So just in case they get to that back line, obviously they have the Queen of Pain, they have this Monkey King with the BKB. There is a concern that he's going to get back there in an unstoppable way. So protecting Matu for a potential second life of these fights.
Roche being given up, it did also give a lot of time for Secret their farm going, and you're getting closer to this BKB on Nisha. Item timings can be very strong from Secret. Talked about the potential for late game scaling the games list with over 2,000 games played on the hero. Really knows his limits. We'll have to watch and see. After the tier 2 tower has already been taken, there's really not much for Liquid to get here on the bottom side of the map.
just grabbing that farm, trying to stack Matu up just a little bit higher. Obviously, you heard our panelists there, ATF and Taga, talking about this idea of like the semi-cores, right? Like the Monkey King, the Queen of Pain, and the Primal Beast. They're all very capable of fighting at this point in the game, but they're also fairly capable in terms of like their scaling and the options they have. Obviously, the Monkey King being one of the best hard carries going late. So Liquid are much more all in on the sniper.
That was not the global he was hoping it was going to be. As he drops
Radiant's middle
immediately,
tower is under
global
attack.
down with Aegis in hand. This is Liquid's time to party.
Feels like he's been working on this this first item forever. Like had the Ghost Scepter queued up almost immediately in this game, but just keeps going down and it wants to hold that potential goal for the buyback as well, I'm sure.
Moving up, Nisha found. Ice Pat there. Nisha going to die.
Radiant's
Mickey
middle tower
finds
is
that
under
target.
attack.
That ward
That was huge.
and doing so much work for them. Obviously, Secret feeling kind of safe in the area because he has his own wards nearby. Relying on these again from Team Secret, sort of cutting off that part of the map, giving that vision across a line there to try and give Nisha the capability to go up there and farm, but punished, dying there again on the Queen of Pain, a hero that really struggles when you've died 5 times in a game.
And you can see now that this pressure that's being mounted, Matumba Man
Radiant's middle
is still
tower has
standing up
fallen.
front and center with not that many heroes behind him. They spread out across the map, but they're going to continue this movement. Not willing to back out. They want to push this advantage as much as possible right now.
Radiant's
Foxy's still
top
not at that
tower
Blink
is under
Dagger, but you can
attack.
see Liquid. It's a small lead, but it might start growing over these next couple
Dire's
minutes
bottom
unless they
tower
do
is
something
under
different.
attack.
They just outshouted Insane with the high ground there. That's pretty cool. Then forced to back down after there to check for some wards. So the positioning's been great from Liquid as well.
Radiant's
They're
top
ensuring
tower
that
is
this
falling.
Tusk and this Jakiro are in between where they assume the heroes of Team Secret are and Matu, right? Like you don't tend to think of these range supports necessarily as playing that, but that's one of the benefits of being a Jakiro. Also having that Force Staff. There's the Force Staff there on Matu. We're stacking up Force Staffs once again because they just get more and more powerful for everyone that you have. And they've still been working on Boxy's Blink for a very long time, though. That is one unusual part, I guess, in terms of this being a Liquid game, right? Like that, Boxy being the lowest on the net worth
Radiant's
is not
top
usually
tower
something that you
is
see.
under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under
1,000
attack.
gold separating these two teams. Foxy hunting there. Can't connect with Resolution, it looks like, as he will
Radiant's top
onslaught
tower
away.
has fallen.
Well, in the meantime, just finished off the Deso, so we're into
Dire's
this like
bottom
big
tower is
huge
under attack.
burst of damage.
Dire's
coming from this
structures
lineup, it
are
looks like.
fortified.
Zai's gonna send those spiders all across the map.
Yeah, I will
Dire's
say,
bottom tower
as
is
a
under
parent here, I think
Radiant are
Zai's,
scanning.
children probably
Dire's bottom tower
not the biggest
has
fans.
fallen.
I feel like a lot of them have been dying, just being tossed asunder across the map. But how about the fact that Zai hasn't died yet?
That's crazy.
In a first phase Broodmother versus Queen of Pain, Monkey King, and a Primal Beast.
They were hunting him for so long. Insania, he is gonna go down though.
He's died a couple times.
Yeah, that's a classic. So to some extent playing this role, there's still the roundup here, and in fact, Secret want to take the fight to them maybe now. KP done as well as that raid pack. This could be a huge moment for them.
There's 50 seconds left on that Aegis, so there's a bit of a window in terms of, if they want to have a later fight, but this could also just be the, you're down one hero, you're probably going to split up and farm, let's try and grab a kill.
Zai immediately needs to hide away, but there's nowhere to hide. You had to cast a curse of Trey. You talk about he doesn't have any deaths, immediately goes down.
But it was impressive. One death's still pretty impressive, I gotta say.
That's fair. 25 minutes. Aegis expiring. We're gonna have to look to that next round before we go for another big fight. This next Roche is gonna be huge.
Yeah, that's a great feeling for Secret. I mean, you gave up that Aegis, but you're the ones who are getting out on the map. You're grabbing a couple of kills, getting your cores out a little bit further. It was a lot of smoking up together and running around, so it's not going to have the biggest impact on the overall net worth, but at least it's keeping you a little bit closer in this game than just like sitting back and hiding in the fog, right? If there's anything they need to do right now, it's definitely vision. You look at it on this map right now, they cannot see a damn thing. That's Team Secret, and this is something that you're trying to get that vision from Zai. It's much more reliant on the Nyx Assassin in this game because they don't have the Beastmaster to try and help prop up that vision game.
Likewise for Liquid to get some vision down themselves. It's mainly been by virtue of those spiders that have been. And Daedalus done next. Matumba Man not concerned about a BKB. He's like, I have one job. If I'm not
Dire's
punching
top
people,
tower
we're
is
losing
under
this
attack.
game.
Dire are scanning.
It's a good strat.
Of course, a couple of these different heroes that have avenues to get on top of them, whether it's that Blink from the Queen of Pain, the Nyx Assassin, Monkey King. jumping on him from out of the tree.
Dire's
Has
top
to do a
tower
great job
is
of
under
protecting
attack.
this sniper with the rest of the Liquid lineup.
They were so close to just spawning a invisible Nyx assassin running through there. Just came through with the Ob Sentry combo now there. But I saw some circles on the map there from Rezo. Seems to have a great idea of where Liquid are playing.
And down bottom, Insania's there. They've got the shot right at the start. Find themselves two, but with the spike carpets, will it be enough global to interrupt? And they get the control onto this Tusk. Can they find any more? He can only look on. Mickey has to run away. Chrysalis still right on top. The BKB wearing off soon. Insania's there. He can't stop him. Still BKB runs away. Mickey getting that separation from Chrysalis. He goes down. But Tumble Man needs to survive. Needs to do the damage. A couple more hits. He's surviving through it. Like a little sniper that good. As Rezo tries to clean it up, but Mickey comes in, takes him down. Zayat, the last one in the fight, left alive. Liquid. They did it to him.
That was a frightening fight of positioning there. He had to force stab into the Wukong's command to survive. And then so he has to kill Chrysalis in that moment, or things can turn so bad for Liquid. But they grab the kills, they turn, they eventually get Matu, but the cost was high as they now go to the high ground with the spiders in tow.
And trying to clean up these buildings. I mean, Puppy has to hold off on this one, but Mickey, if he's left alone with these spiders to take down this tower, an easy movement into the racks. Obviously, you have the sniper left alive, this building is gone, but Mickey, I mean, he's in a little bit of trouble there. Tries to TP out. He's gonna be fine. Get a tier 3 tower, a substantial gold lead. Take a look at this replay here.
And the way that started too, the blink in with the Carapace there. Excellent play, layered on top of the global. Mickey held his BKB for after, so he's able to get involved in this fight, start tossing out some of these big spells. Espresso just like runs wild through this. But this was the big fight, right? The Wukong comes out, and they actually get on Matu with the Primal Beast. That was pretty scary on the left-hand side, but then he's in, they get Chrysalis. Mickey barely surviving as well. He's able to help turn that fight around there as they have no choice but to fully focus on Matu.
Right, and barely able to come on in the clutch here. I mean, again, we talked about it. No BKB on the sniper, which means he just has to keep clicking. And he was able to do enough damage before he died to make it work. Now has that Elven Tunic, toe 2. Secret. Yeah, they're smoked. They're right on top of all these spiders. And Liquid, they're going to be aware of this. Still 2 minutes till Roche is capable of respawning. A relatively long timer on that.
Oh, that's the real one, yeah. Coming on back up, so. They'll take the area, but they're not going to get the reward for a very long time here as Boxy continues to just play around this off-sentry combo, looking for anyone running through that mid lane. Obviously, at this point in the game, this is where the danger tends to be, right? These mid-lane waves. So you want to just like nuke it and get out as fast as possible. You don't want to be caught on there.
Under attack. Dire's structures
Tier
are
2 tower
fortified.
gets hit a couple of times by Secret, immediately clipped out.
Radiant's
wall,
bottom barracks are under
constant
attack.
thorn in their side.
Dire's
Side's
top
not
tower is
there.
under attack.
Spiders just rip it asunder. and
That's
the
a
pipe,
ranged Rax. That's just gone.
yeah, the pipe does it. And look at that.
Radiant's
Side
bottom
gets the
barracks.
kill, keeps the
Dire's
pressure on.
top tower
They need to deal with this.
is
If Puppy shows for that long, or Nisha, this could be an easy blow. But Zayat's there to interrupt too.
Just more and more TPs just keep coming. They're just like, wait, are they gonna stay around here?
I mean, they're sticking around.
Just smoke out.
Don't go for it. They're not going to stick the whole time.
And look at the line drawn instantly, immediately towards that pit.
50 seconds until Roche is back up, though. You get there before it's up. And Secret, will they decide to go out and fight them?
This is one of those big macro plays you're going to see a lot in Dota, if you're new to the game, is that pressuring that bottom tower to pull them away from that Roche pit. Now Liquid want to take that territory. They want that vision here to have the good fight around the Roche pit.
Now they have the good fight in mid-game. He finds the good pick-off. Boxy, can they bring him down in time? Resolution so low. And Chrysalis on the back. Where is the Doberman? He's not there to help him yet. He wants him to turn to grab. Can they do it? Chase, Nisha finds him, gets the kill. Mickey, he's got to get out of there. BKB wants to run, nowhere to go though. The bash is out. Nisha will manage to survive. Secret, they win that fight off of that global.
Such a necessary fight for Team Secret right now. Grabbing Matu, the perfect way to start off this fight. It's the one thing that can't happen for Team Liquid. And so much was committed on this Primal Beast right at the start, but he's able to get off the PKB.
Spider whole game had to take a second to process what just happened there. Zai is going to run away.
I think Liquid might be feeling the same way here. Is obviously they didn't commit for the instant buyback on the sniper. That means he really doesn't want to do it now. And they're going to start moving in towards that pit. Liquid, they have some vision around here. They do end up scanning near their high ground to see if there's any smoked heroes coming by, but time to go for a little bit of risky play here.
Yeah, gotta be careful. We're watching this replay, but in the game, they have the ice pad down, have good vision. Boxy, he's right away caught and killed. Does have buyback still. Matumba Man They're so close, and Roche is actually quite low now. Zions finds Insania, but they can't get him. Not enough time for the rest of the team to show back up. The buyback is there from the touch. Matumba Man tries to show Mickey to the damage, gets the blink away. He's still solo and doesn't have a way to dodge this, but Nisha survives. 70 HP. I don't quite have it. Insania's now dead. Matumba Man, oh, he's in Death Valley. Crystal's right on top. Needs to get away. Boxy there for the punch. Matumba Man, though, he survived through it all. Liquid, they did it. They actually did it.
All the delays coming in from the supports. They kicked them out of the Roach pit. They forced a secondary fight. Nisha forced all the way back home as well. Now they're in there. They're grabbing Roach. They can't get back here in time.
Oh, and another Aegis claimed by this sniper in the midst of chaos when everything is at its most crazy. That's when it feels like Liquid somehow managed to make the best happen.
Yeah, Secret, I mean, that one dream fight where they managed to get Matu right at the start, that's what they needed in that Radiant high ground there, but now he's got himself the concussive grenade there with a shard, so a little bit extra help there.
Look at that. Hex done on the Broodmother now. Obviously, Secret still have incredible team fight, but they need all their heroes to be back up. Chrysalis alive in 15 seconds, while Liquid, they want to try and claim these buildings now. Okay, does have that Aghanim Scepter done. Nisha zoned back for a moment. I mean, it's still so hard to go high ground here. Enchanted Quiver picked up as they are another big creep wave coming in through top. I'm curious if Liquid even want to try and push it that hard here, if they feel comfortable going into the later stages.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, again, a tough one to go high ground here. You really don't want to be stuck inside of Wukong's command. The botch down here.
Just wait for the BKB, right?
Yes, he has actually fully purchased it now on Matu, so certainly much more capable of engaging and putting himself in slightly riskier positions, like hitting a tower. If you're Team Secret, though, I mean, he's still the #1 target, right? Obviously, with the Aegis, there are some questions to that. Maybe you can try and just disable him and try and pick off someone else like Mickey, but he's got that BKB, and Poppy, there's so much pressure on him as the silencer. Like, when do you actually pop this ulti, right? You try and go for an offensive play.
They find it. Chrysalis immediately there with the BKB, gets the Force Staff away, gets Matu out, but the Pulverize is there. So round one, they keep him alive. He does finally fall to the Sonic Wave, but they needed that for that second life.
He never popped the BKB though. He did hold it that whole time. Get the concussive grenade, drew it out a little bit further, and losing Chrysalis is huge.
That was so enormous for Liquid, and taking this tier 3 tower now, going on to the high ground. Secret, I don't know if they have enough left in the tank. They're going to smoke up with everybody. They gotta find it. The big stun is there. The big interrupt. Resolution trying to kill him up in a snowball. Boxy was there. Zion now turned upon. Matumba Man ready to clink them all down. Resolution trying to escape, but there is no escape. Matu is here. Matu is strong.
Oh, Nisha trying to hold him back with a halberd. He was just there, stuck clinking away, helpless in his BKB, but it didn't matter. They ended up done during that halberd, and now they've taken the high ground here. Moving towards that mid lane, Liquid looking to force a game 3 here in Singapore.
This would be huge for them. Again, such a dominant performance in Secret throughout this tournament. That game #1, Liquid needing to get this to force it. They want to keep their hopes alive. Punches are out. The buyback is there from the Nyx Assassin. Jump in, Nisha trying to force them back. And without those BKBs, they needed a second at least to reset. Liquid still no Aegis in hand and 40 seconds on the BKB for Sniper.
Oh, the buildings have been crumbling though. It's just now 2 melee barracks remaining. Oh, sorry, 1 melee, 1 ranged even. Worst case scenario here for Team Secret. So I'm gonna have that constant spider's pressure.
You know what's interesting though is that in so many of these games, we've seen some of these teams that have fallen behind really early in multiple racks, and it still comes down to needing to win a team fight. If Secret can keep winning those, could be their recipe for success. But right now, at least Liquid in a firm control of this game.
Yes, many of the players on this Liquid roster are, you know, no strangers to some mega creep games. They know it does not necessarily mean the end.
We have to wait if it does indeed happen this time. Another minute or so until the next round of those neutrals are coming up. Looking at it, I think actually they don't even have all of their neutrals yet. on Team Secret. They haven't been able to get out for the tier 4 threes.
Yeah, when they do get it on the map right now, it's mostly been just to battle. It's a fight, right? And then like the second the fight ends, it feels like they just need to run to whatever the prize was after. Be it Roche or to a tier 2 to defend there. There's not a lot of time for them to get on the map and actually farm up these neutrals.
Well, BKB's back off cooldown, and for Secret, that means they gotta be careful. A lot of spiders ready to run at that range racks while Liquid is down bottom. TP coming in, Zai sends the spiders with the fight.
Gotta watch the halberd from Nisha. Gotta watch the blink stuns from Zayas. So like they can't even deal with the spiders. The spiders just take out, barely. Rezo has to charge through to kill the spiders on top.
1-2.
He's splitting them up, splitting the defense.
It's so hard. How do you even find it? And there it is. The blink in. The BKB, but do they have enough to get out? Chrysalis, a good stun.
That's
drops
a big
down the
cross.
ring. They have the damage. Can he survive through the right clicks coming from a Tumbleman? No, that sniper, he's just too strong. They take down that melee racks. Liquid wanting to get mega creeps.
Oh, the
finish
spiders.
this one off, and they're gonna do it in style. Megas for Liquid. And Secret, it is a huge hill to climb to try and come back into this.
They have some of the heroes though.
They do.
You know, they got the Monkey King. Got themselves a Queen of Pain. Some big pure damage swings. Certainly heroes that are known for being able to itemize in many different ways as well for certain situations. But it's an 18k lead. You know, don't get it twisted. Liquid are in a very good spot right now.
See now. They will find anybody on these wards here, hoping to catch somebody from Liquid slipping, but everybody out of vision, waiting for the BKBs to come back up again, farming up that next set of neutrals. The power of this draft that Liquid has been able to assemble, incredibly good in this game number 2, game 3. And I think right now too, gotta be watching for is like any of these little illusion play moments. They have to go for this. They don't know that it's an illusion, obviously now they do, but if there's any chance for anybody to be caught off guard, it's
Feels like Zayas just has so much pressure on them as well. It's like the best initiation they've got right now.
oh my god,
They got Machu in.
the whole teammate, but can they get him? Red zone, no friends nearby. He too is gonna get brought down. All it takes is a couple of seconds, and with 3 dead, surely this will be the time for Liquid to close out this game.
They're looking to come in here. Chrysalis grabbing the wave in the mid, but of course there's creeps coming through the bottom as well.
They've got it all. They have a glyph, but Secret not even in the base to defend it. Is Liquid trying to close this one out here. The buybacks are out. Resolution into this game, but Liquid, will they be concerned? Still a minute until Roche is even capable of respawning. They don't want to deal with that mess. They want to end this now. Global out, BKB disarm, runaway, Foxy there. Snowball through onto both. Nisha gone.
Oh, he's out.
Liquid, and they're cleaning up. They're taking them down. They're going to game 3. Matu's not done yet.
Team Liquid, victory!
Oh, the Let's Go Liquid cheers have been very loud from this crowd as they've made their way through this lower bracket, and now one more time they're going to a game